What begins with S ends with X and got really popular in the 1960s. Answer, the Solex.
France used to be the land of motorized bicycles. It invented them, made 8 million of them. Today, the Solex reminds the French of gentler times when skirts were short and lunchtimes were long, and a top speed of 23 miles an hour was quite fast enough.
People look at this bike and say, hang on a minute, that's a Solex like Dad or Grandad used to have. It attracts attention, not in the same way as a Ferrari, because there's nothing luxurious about the Solex, but everybody recognises it.
L'emblème un peu de la France.
The Solex is a bit like the emblem of France, like the little Frenchman with his long loaf of bread, because the Solex has come into all our lives at one time or another.
The mechanics were simple like the good things in life. A 2-speed engine that turns a roller, that turns the front wheel. It was cheap, it was slow. With its motor sat on the front mudguard, it was a bit ungainly.
There was, though, always something touching about the Solex, something of the old man on his way to the allotment to pick carrots. But a company in the north of France is convinced that this is not just a curiosity of industrial history, and they've opened up a factory to prove it.
Our new product is Black and Roll. We decided to use another name, but of course we use the drawings of the original old Solex, which is quite famous around the world. So we'll start assembling on a high level of production from June, July.
Most of the parts will be made in China, keeping the retail price down to $1,100. And with a catalytic converter to filter out the fumes, it'll be clean. The company hopes to sell 20,000 over the next 5 years, a modest revival for this most modest of machines. John Lawrenson, BBC News, in Courrières, Northern France.